Hello and welcome, you amazing person. My name is Rob and I am the Manic Gaming Guy. In today's video, we're going to be playing some beamng, where I'm going to make a map in one evening, because it's going to be a very simple map with one intention: lots of cars on a very busy road. First step, let's open up small grid. Feel free to follow along if you want to make your own little map. If you enjoy gaming content and you enjoy this video, do feel free to smash that like button and subscribe. Now that we are in small grid, we want to push F11 and open up a world editor, because the first step in building a map is making the map foundations, which is the files, which you can then put assets and stuff into, which we won't be doing much of in this one. Well, there will be some assets going in that we make in Blender later on, but none of the copying over assets will be done in this video. Luckily, that saves us a lot of time when it comes to making maps. Your first step is to hit new level. Go figure. Once new level is popped up, you want to have a folder name. So create your new folder name. The folder name is your new map name. This one's going to be called Under the Sea, because I can't think of any other reason why you'd need a stupidly long tunnel. So yes, Under the Sea. I suppose you could be going through a mountain. Through a mountain, we could have called it. I don't know. It don't really matter, as long as we get to make a really cool map. So yes, when you thought up your cool name, you want to hit create a map, and then open said map. Simples. Once your map has been made and you've opened it up, go to your beamng map folder, bingmabob level file location, and open up levels, and in there you'll find a new folder with your title. Copy this folder name thing, wherever. Copy, there we go. Go back, go into your mods, go into unpacked, and then no, not in there. Does it work here? No, not there. Click somewhere that's not a folder. There we go, and paste the new map folder into there. And then we're also going to check that it's in the right order. It should say, give me some more room. Okay, you're not going to do that for me. Okay, whatever. No, see, this should be a lot different. The game's not going to read it. We want this in a levels folder, so we need to implement a new folder. Here we go, new folder. This is going to be called levels. There we go, beautiful. And Under the Sea, you can go. Actually, first of all, we need to hit Control F2 and copy the title name. Put that into here. So that should be now in levels. Yes, brilliant, lovely. And then we want to have a new folder. There we go. We go name that the level map name thing, and we go find the levels folder, which is somebody's going to be right at the top irritatingly. Scroll back down. Come on, faster, you. Faster. Faster. I bet there's quicker ways to do this. Come up. Come up. Come up. Come up. Come up. There we go, and Under the Sea. So it should go Under the Sea, levels, Under the Sea. And now beamng would definitely be able to read that, and you can share it with your friends. Awesome. So here we are with our new map. At this point, you'd normally go find some assets. There is a program out there that allows you to copy assets over, or you can do it individually and go find them and copy them over and change all the code yourself. It is perfectly fine either way. You just do what you need to do. But we're not going to really need to do that, because most of this game will be made by me in Blender and won't feature any of this at all, really. We might delete it all. I might keep it. I don't know. But the main thing is you're going to be in a tunnel, so it's not going to be needed. So that's how you would start your own map. From here on out, it's up to you. I'm going to go down the route of building my tunnel now. So I can simply just hit the save button to be sure. All your saves are done in the levels folder, not the mod folder. Just to let you know, that's why you have to copy over the levels folder to your mod folder when you're finished making your map and you want to share it with your friends. Well, I really hope you're enjoying the video so far. It's time now for me to jump over to Blender, where I shall be creating this map from. And here we are in Blender. I'm not going to turn it into a bit of a Blender tutorial, because I wouldn't say I'm professional enough, and you probably shouldn't listen to me, because there's probably better ways of doing things. But basically, I'm going to show you the method and routine of what I do in a short description. I guess we can put it like that. And then we'll show it in beamng, give it a test run, and hopefully by the end of this evening, in a few hours, we'll have a nice map. Because I'm not going to go crazy with it right away. I feel like we'll do this modular. We'll build sections and then we can improve on those sections in the future. Step 1. Make a plane and then add road texture. Now that's technically all you really need. But obviously we want it to be a tunnel, so we need to build around this. My first protocol normally is just to work off this and then we'll array this. But I want to have a bit of variations around the tunnel. So I'm going to actually have this 4 times long. Now the easiest way I know to do this is basically just to add the multiplier called array, and you make sure it's set up in the right direction. Which I think is like that. And then I think 4 sections. No, I think it's got to be maybe 6. Yeah, 6 sections? No. I'm trying to think. We're going to have a hard shoulder, but we are going to have some more interesting stuff around the edges as well. I don't want it to repeat it too often. This is going to be my main chunk, and then I'm going to use the array again when I've got this all set up, and then that chunk will multiply, you see? You getting what I'm saying? So let me work out what I want, and then I'll see you in the next step. Okay, I think the next step I wanted to do was put some curbs in. So you've got the main plane of the road. I've got these nice little curbs either side. Good start, I think. We need some rails. That'll be a nice step for the next one. There we have it. 10 minutes later, we have a beautiful handrail. I thought I'd set it back from the curb, so you get a bit of a curb damage and then rail damage if you were to decide to hit this wall by accident. And obviously, like I said, I'm going to do different varieties. So like sometimes this curb won't be here, sometimes it might be on the other side, you know, just to switch it up when you're going down and make it feel like you're going through different areas. Got some lights ready. I'm going to work out how to actually turn these into proper lights so they do work. I'm hoping that's something that get exported over to beamng. If not, I might have to do it manually, which would definitely make me cry. But I think it's a touch that could be needed. Now, it's quite a lot of detail I do need to still add. Like there'll be some ducting and things like that to go into the map. But the idea is I'm going to make one portfolio like this, array of 10. And then do lots of different variations of things that we could add along the way. And having more in saved file. Then I would save a new file and then select maybe just the lights and then put them on the same path with a different array. It's a little bit complicated, but you'll see what I mean as we go along. But for now, I think we're going to put some walls and maybe get the shape that we want of the tunnel and see how that starts to look. And then we're going to export it to beamng and give it a little go. Oh, after we do the whole shebang of copying and pasting it and arraying it. You'll see. And there's one wall done. There's another wall done. I'm trying to think now, do I copy this over, do you reckon? I think it might look quite good if I did that as well. Why is that not lining up? That don't make sense. Oh, it's because I missed the wall completely. Ho-ho! That needs to be, I don't know, would you have it probably mid-curb on that side? Yeah, I think that's where it looks good. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a basic tunnel. Let's see what it's like in beamng. Oh wait, no, I've got to do some other bits first. Let me make it longer. There we have it! A 1 mile long tunnel. Which we then obviously just keep going on in beamng, adding more and more. But we are going to be adding some curves and fun details rather than just going constantly in a straight line. Now we've exported it. Let's go to beamng and see what it looks like. I just hope I've got all the planes the right way round. I'll have to come in here and flip them round manually. Fun. Right, here we are in the new map that we made. Let's have a look in our assets and see if we can find our new thingamabob. Right, here we go. Drag it in. It looks happy. I'm not going to change any rotation because I will use a lock tool, and when I add new parts I can then ensure that they're in the right place. Right, it looks like we've got all the materials looking the right way. I thought it'd be quite cool as well to have, I would normally make these out of cubes, but I thought actually if I do panels and then the computer decides to come out of the wall to do some video recording, it can do, and it still kind of looks cool, a bit like movie-esque. I think it sort of works. But yeah, there we go. There's one piece in. Now we do need to make it a vinyl mesh visibleness so for the collision, so the car can actually go on it. And then when we feel like it, that's not a mile long. Why is that so short, so small? What's happened there? That's like the one chunk. Oh, I know what's happened. I didn't do the array. Whoops. So we obviously got to apply the array and then export it into beamng. And then one object done, go into beamng, and there we go. That's a longer tunnel. That's what we wanted. Let's make it even longer, shall we? Now, this is a very long tunnel. That took no time. So now we just need to grab our little spawny. Is that the car? No, that's what we want. The little spawny thing. Take them to the beginning, I guess. I reckon we'll have to make a nice little open area, maybe with some sort of underground petrol station. And then slow my camera down. And then we'll have some more fun for everyone to spawn in. Okay, do this and flip you round. Lovely. Save that. And then reload the game so all the mesh material shows up for sure, and we'll get the car hopefully spawn in the right place, and then we'll have to add some traffic and hopefully give it a go. We're reaching 170 frames at the moment, but I think I can improve that a little bit better by getting rid of this island. I can replace this with a different material. No, wait, yeah, if we go to terrain tool, we're going to import a terrain. We'll keep it at maybe 5. I don't think this matters too much to height map because I'm not going to be using it, but oh well. Go into here. We always get a little depth thingamabob that you can use, darkest, whatever, you know, depthness. And then we can import that. It'll get rid of that terrain, and then we're left with this beast of a terrain up here. What size was this thing? It don't really matter too much, like I say, because there's no material on it. But we're going to grab this. We're going to grab this, and there's probably just get rid of it. Get it out of the way. It don't matter too much. And hopefully, yeah, that's improved the frames per second by quite a fair bit. Quite a fair bit. I may even make that terrain the most smooth, super small terrain, because it's still obviously trying to think about it. But I also could make it come here, maybe. You know what I mean? Where's the terrain gone? Was it this? We can use this. It's too big. I'm gonna make it small, but then I can maybe make it the beginning entrance of the tunnel, and then have the petrol station here or something. I don't know, but it's definitely too big. That's for sure. It's taking up CPU usage, and we don't like that. You can just go over there. No one cares what you say. And there we go, a perfect example of. Okay, it does look good. It looks very good, but the lanes are too small. We wouldn't have lanes that small. We need to make it a little bit wider, I think. Well, shouldn't be too hard, I hope. After all that, it still needs to be a bit wider. Ah, my days. Okay, let's do it again. It only took about 5 minutes. I got a little bit of room, wiggle room left because the roof's got some overhang. So all I'm having to do is actually grow the size of this and move all this stuff over, which isn't too much work. Well, I think that should be okay. These are quite big trucks, you know, they are American. This is a UK road we're doing. But I am going to be using the American rules. When I put down the road, I'm actually going to try and use decal properly, because obviously it's enclosed. You're not going to see the cars on the other side. So the map doesn't really know if it's on the left or the right, but the traffic should behave like traffic in any way you want if I try and use it properly. So we'll give that a go in this one. Now, I think I may have to make it a little bit wider yet, but we'll find out soon enough. This is why it's all about trial and error. As we're not going crazy making all the modules yet. We want to make sure it feels good, and then we'll go even more insane and make it stupidly long. The longest we want, really. We'll have to work on the distance thing, put some extra values into the game so it thinks when it's further away, it doesn't try and load all the detail in, because at the moment it's probably trying to load the whole road in. Yeah, look, it's just trying to load the whole. It doesn't need to do that eventually. Because you can't even see that far when you're driving down the road. It's just a dead end. So, you know, it's going to be light and darkness down there. And obviously the reason we do that is to help with frames per second. Now it's time to try and add some traffic. We've got a decal road which goes over 3D object, which this is. And we're going to try and set it up. Now drivability, we want to put this into optimal is 0.5 optimum. So one, it's negative one. Oh, okay, no, it's 0.5 dirt road. Got you. So we want this as 1, 0.5. There, treat it like it's going really slow. Can we have it even higher? I think we can have it higher. So let's set it to 20. There we go. Then they're going to go drive nuts down this road. They're going to think it's super safe and go really fast. That's what they're going to do. Auto lanes. Now, when enabled automatic, the road one way is enabled to do. So ideally, we don't want this. We want it to be one way. It's meant to be left lanes only, but I don't know if it really matters too much. So we just experiment, shall we? Also, we push Control A to highlight all the nodes, get it up, and we need to get this going really wide until it matches the whole road. There we go. Now I was tempted to have 4 lanes, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to have one set like this. No, you can't do it. It'd be lovely. I want to set this as a bus lane, but you can't set rules like that. That's something they need to add to BeamNG to do traffic properly. They need to play City Skylines. That's what they need to do. Implement all the City Skylines mods into BeamNG, and we can make some epic maps then. Right, I'm going to try and get this traffic up here a little bit, spawn it, reset the map, all that malarkey, and see what happens. Probably won't stay in lane. Right, here we go. I've got the frames per second in the top left-hand corner. Now, normally I like to just see how many cars I can push it until I get to about 80 frames per second. So I've got 100 frames per second worth of cars, basically, I can throw in it. Oh my god, I just saw 300 frames per second on there. That's a bit much. And this could be improved. Like I said, when I do the distance thing, make it so it doesn't try and render in everything that you can see. It'll actually get better. And then, awesome, happy days. Also, we probably need to delete the light or put us inside some sort of box. So BeamNG doesn't try and show us daylight, because we don't want that in here. We don't want these weird shadows. That's not normal. We want to definitely put these lights on at some point so we get some shadows on the floor here instead. Right, without further ado, let's push the fun button that uploads the car thing. I think we could probably easily squeeze, what, 50 cars? Oh, lovely. Let's try 50 cars. We're not going to do any pooling. Quick start, don't care about that stuff. Don't care about the plates. AI technology-ness. Let's crank their riskiness up. Let's see what happens, because I want them to see their behaviour. And we put the respawn rate quite low. I'm going to put this one down to 0.2, 0.3. I'm going to try 0.3. Normally I have it at 0.1. I'm going to try it at 0.3. See when they spawn in. And also, yeah, see the debug tools are load better. If people have made this tool here, they can access the debug tool and throw in like the direction and the speed. That'd be lovely. Be a bit more of a advanced tool then. But anyway, let's spawn this traffic in. Oh no, that was start. What am I doing? Where's the spawn button? There it is. There it is. Right, so it looks like we're still getting about 100 frames per second, which is fairly good. The traffic's all the way down there. So I just wonder how they're going to behave on this road, because at the moment it looks like they're doing 2 lanes, but that could all change. Let's switch up the car and have a little bit of fun, shall we? Alright, so we're not going to spend long on here. I'll just give it a little play, make sure it worked and all that, which it does. Yeah, they're spawning in. That's good. I think my spawn rate needs to be turned down and have more cars. I don't know. I suppose you can have a little bit of gaps here and there. The cars aren't playing ball. They're not staying to... Oh, that's me spawn. That's me spawn. The cars aren't playing ball. They're not sticking to their 3 lanes, which is a little bit upsetting, to be honest. So we need to try and sort that out. Maybe I'll try and see if the actual road architect tool can save it. Oh no, I just smashed myself straight into the traffic. I'm sure you got the point anyway. I need to sort the traffic lanes out, which will improve the fun. Maybe the risk. Maybe I need to turn the risk down. Maybe that will put them back into lane. But yeah, let's see what I can manage to do. Just realised my mic on the other side of the desk. God knows how long I've been talking. You've not been hearing me. For the last 3 scenes, I imagine. Well, the little update, if you've not heard it, is beamng traffic is not fun to play with. For some reason, it just wants to stick to 2 lanes. Like I've told it to do 3 lanes. I've used the road architect tool now just to set up 3 lanes, and we still not got it. Have a little look, shall we? It's definitely on there. The decal's on there. So it's road architect tool. There you go. It's still there. That's something they've obviously fixed. That weren't working before. It says it has 3 lanes. 1, 2, 3. But obviously, the decal is actually showing up properly now. It only had 2 last time. No, it didn't. It had 3. But they're not sticking to it. But do I just need to restart the game, maybe? Maybe that's it. Maybe it's not happy because the game's not restarted fully. I just keep reloading a level. Let's just hope that's it. And we can get this working. It says it's got 3 lanes. It should be able to handle 3 lanes. If this don't work, I'll have to just do the 2 lanes, hopefully, and a single lane. And just hope it uses all of them. Or maybe just do 2 lanes and overlap them with 1 lane having it been, I don't know. I just wish it was a bit more easy to make beamng traffic work. We'll get there though. Not that bad. Oh, and it crashed, so I had to restart the map anyway, and this seemed to be only using 2 lanes still. So I think I'll have to use... It's not like they even sit in the lanes properly, like it's sitting half in a lane. But I'm going to have to switch it up, I think, and use multiple decals rather than just a singular one. And wait, what are you guys doing to this? What? You mad? There's nothing down there. You're full forever. Yeah, so I'm going to have to do it all manually anyway. Ugh. I want to know how to make JB meshes as well, so I can have like a bus or 2 down this side, and every so often you'll just have a vehicle in here. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then maybe have some like breakdown areas and have some parked vehicles, and like maybe every so often the curb disappears and turns into another hard shoulder. I think that'd be quite cool. But after all this headache, I'm going to have a little break now. Enjoy my cup of tea, and then go help with some gardening, and come back and finish this off. We have some fun work in traffic. I do think it'd be really nice to have some lights. But they really do tank the CPU, and that's obviously not the point of this. So I'm going to have to find a different way to illuminate this map, rather than having these lights, unfortunately. Oh, that was quite clever. I went into the material editor for this tunnel, and I've made the white light material glow, which kind of adds the same effect, but doesn't kill the CPU as much. Obviously doesn't create any extra light, but I think it works. I like it. I'm not sure if it's reflective. Let me have a look. Might need to adjust some things, I don't know. It'd be nice if it showed up. It does. Yes, very good. Oh my days. I figured out tunnel noise and reverb. I think, sort of. Well, got it. I don't know if I need to make it bigger, but it works when I pull off your hear it like, and just spawn in some traffic and just messing about with the aggression and AI respawn rate to see what's really suitable for the tunnel. Right, I think it's time for a cinematic drive-by. Well, I think that will do for today's episode. Keep it real, stay safe, and share the love. Goodbye.